North Alabama is home to so many great barbecue restaurants.
And whether you like chicken, pork, beef, or ribs, we traveled all throughout the valley to find some of the best down-home Southern cooking.
Today, we're at Galen's Restaurant and about to take you on the Tennessee Valley Barbecue Trail.
First up, we're headed down to Coleman. Mark, what can you add to barbecue to make the perfect sandwich?
It's got to be sauce. And at our first restaurant, their sauce is the talk of the town.
Johnny's is unique in that it's kind of a staple in Coleman. We're now one of the oldest restaurants left in Coleman.
We've traced it back to 1949 is as far back as we can trace it. When Dad first bought the business, he had to buy the recipe as well. And Johnny at that time, the very next day after Dad bought it, he wanted to buy it back and Dad wouldn't sell it to him.
It's just kind of a family business. We've made it, my grandparents made it a family business, my dad. We're trying to keep that tradition alive. I'd have to say our sauce makes us kind of unique. It's kind of a family tradition and family recipe, and it's kind of a sweet and mild sauce. It's ketchup based, and it can go good with anything. Some people even drink it by itself. We've kind of kept the same recipe ever since my grandparents had it, and now we're shipping it online. We ship it all over, basically all over the world now.
We cook every day. We're closed Sunday and Mondays. The pit starts up on Monday night, cooking for the next day. We cook every night. Everything is fresh.
One of our most popular items is a stuffed potato, of course.
When we first started that, some friends of ours kept telling me we need to start a barbecue potato. And now we're going through approximately 1,600 potatoes a week. We're originally doing pork and chicken, and we sell a whole lot of fried catfish. Friday night is a big catfish night, but we cook our catfish fresh to order.
We have several different sizes of barbecue plates.
And we're selling a whole lot of chicken as well. We've always sold a lot of chicken, but it seems to be growing and growing and growing. We use I guess a larger chicken than most folks. We order a 3.5 pound and up chicken, they call it. Then we smoke it for around 4 hours.
And then if you order the chicken plate, it comes with, of course, the white sauce. That's a huge favorite in North Alabama. So
we've got a Johnny's hot dog. We slice a wiener up and put it on the bun and put mustard, slaw, onions, and barbecue sauce on it. People seem to love it when they try it.
It's a hidden gem, kind of a twist to a hot dog.
I hope they experience the family atmosphere.
Our customers have a certain Johnny's day. You can always count on a lot of them being here on a Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever, so they kind of make it their day. So we really like them to feel at home while they're here, and a lot of our waitresses kind of made friends with our customers, and they swap birthday cakes, and you know, it's literally just kind of like you're going to make it like you're going to Mama's kitchen or something like that. So.
You know, before there was Interstate 565, there was Highway 20.
And it was the one route that took you to the best hush puppies in the South.
It's not the normal restaurant. It's more of a destination.
Yeah, they got great barbecue, but I've been told it's the hush puppies that'll keep you coming back.
The restaurant itself was started by Jack Webb in 1952. It was started as basically just a kitchen that you drive up to, and my father and I bought the restaurant in 1987. We seat 320, which is fairly large for a restaurant. We have barbecue pork, which is pulled. Some people like it sliced or whatever, but we have pulled pork. We cook butts. A lot of people cook shoulders and hams both and mix them, but we cook strictly butts for our barbecue. We don't do a dry rub, a lot of places do, but we do a wet rub. We cook it low and slow. We cook it at 250 overnight. The barbecue chicken is on the bone. We cook those for 4.5 hours. And the ribs we cook for 7.5 hours. We have fried and boiled shrimp. Most of it's fried. This is a fried food place in barbecue. Everything is made in the restaurant from scratch except the ketchup. But we have the vinegar base which is mostly a southern dish. Then we have what we call the rib sauce, which is the ketchup base. And then we have a white sauce, which is unique to North Alabama and part of the Carolinas. We do have a self-serve ice cream machine that you pay a quarter, throw a quarter in the bucket beside it and get you ice cream. It's kind of unique and people kind of like the gimmick. The biggest draw is the hush puppies, of course, and that's what kind of brought us to the table. That's what made us, and no, we won't give the recipe. It's Mom's recipe. As you'll see back there, we have a hush puppy maker. Usually you have to, what people call spoon hush puppies, which is a very labor intensive, and it'll actually, for as many as we send out, we'd have to have 3 or 4 people just spooning hush puppies. It's a unique item. There's nothing else like it on the market. But if you do a lot of hush puppies, you have to have one. More people come in for the hush puppies than any other reason. That is what we're known for, and that's what's unique about us more than any other thing. It's a lot of prep work, a lot of prep time. We don't have any downtime because you're either prepping or you're cleaning, one of the two, when we're not busy. We don't get stuff in sacks and just throw it in and heat it up in the microwave, that kind of stuff. That's not what we do. We're not looking for the one-time customer. We're looking for the people that come in once a week or once every week. We have people every day that, I've been coming here since 1954. And they tell the old family stories, and I came with my granddad and we used to eat, they'll say where they used to eat in the restaurant. Over the years we've seen a lot of people, and a lot of them you remember, it feels like home.
Now we're headed across state lines.
And we're going to see how one family is working to change the way that you look at barbecue.
They've been a staple in Middle Tennessee, the Shoals, and now Rocket City has a chance to sample some of the best barbecue that's been pleasing families for decades.
Rick's was founded in 1979 by Rick Lanning. Rick, which is my dad, started out on the corner of West Gaines and Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Now we've grown into a large restaurant chain. It's all family owned. We make all of our products in-house. We do quite a bit of the cooking in the back here in Leoma, Tennessee. Everything is done at our main centralized commissary. I would say Rick's, first and foremost, is family. It's what we're about, it's what we do. Another aspect of Rick's that's a little bit different than most is that our processing in the back, how we do things a little bit different. All the way from us cooking our pork anywhere from 23 hours and then hand pulling every bit of it so that we know it's a really good product that we give not only to our restaurant customers, but we also have on the retail side. In the back, we have our own special pits. It cooks a little bit different, we think, than most. We are strictly hickory, so that's what we like to burn in our pits. Gives a little bit better flavor, we think, than most other woods. We've got even a secret sauce, we like to say, that we put on our meat to give it a little bit more of a flavor. It's a Carolina style barbecue. I would say first and foremost would have to be the pork sandwich. That's our number one. It's a huge sandwich and it's only a few bucks and you can get a belly full of food. But I would say a really close second to that would have to be the loaded baked potatoes. They have to weigh anywhere from 16 to 30 ounces. So we have ladies in the back that pull each potato out, put it on a scale, weigh it, to make sure it meets those quality guidelines. You can get topped with pork, chicken, ham, beef, or the chicken tenders. It's going to come with butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon, and chives. We sell an absolute ton of potatoes. I would say one that a lot of people have gotten familiar with over the past few years is the mandarin chicken salad. It's a garden salad, but it's got mandarin, oranges, cranberries, raspberry vinaigrette, and the pulled chicken on it. We have macaroni and cheese, we have baked beans, we have green beans, all of that's made in the back. We have 3 different kinds of slaw. We have a mustard slaw, we have just a normal mayonnaise cold slaw, and then we have a vinegar slaw. We do offer not just french fries, we have spicy fries, tri-taters, we do cheese sticks, tater skins, we do all kinds of stuff. Barbecue redefined, I've had a lot of people ask that over the years. It's kind of a slogan that we came up with. There's this standard in the South that to get really good barbecue, you need to go to kind of a hole in the wall that only the locals know about. For us, we wanted to provide our customers and communities with an alternative, that nice building, great product at an affordable price. When they leave Rick's, it kind of imprints on their mind to be one of those places that they want to come back to. Not just necessarily, oh, well, that was a good meal, but that was a good meal and I enjoyed the customer service and the atmosphere, and it just turns into one of those places that they want to be a part of and keep going back to.
barbecue across state lines.
And now we're going international without leaving the state of Alabama.
Pickin' Out Barbecue is a restaurant located on Winchester Road. Pickin' Out started back in June of 2008. We make our restaurant cozy, we make it welcoming with the decor in here. And then we also have the drive-thru if you need to just pick up dinner on your way home. We have our family packs and things like that. When we started, we just offered the Southern barbecue, just the normal pork, chicken, things like that, the smoked meat in the pit. Miss Lee started featuring the Korean barbecue just a few years ago, just off demand. She only offered it once a week. And then as more customers wanted it more and more demand came for it. She offers it every day now. We cook it right when you order it, just fresh right out of the kitchen.
Some of our Korean dishes are Korean bulgogi, which is beef bulgogi, pork bulgogi, and chicken bulgogi. It's quite different than Alabama barbecue, right? It's actually my mother's recipe. She got that from my grandma's. Like beef bulgogi, the ingredients are quite simple, but I put soy sauce, sesame oil, and some fruits. Fruits for like to tenderize the meat. I don't use any preservatives or that kind of stuff. So it's all really healthy. I put a little kick in it to make it spicy. People loves it. It comes with a Korean salad and a radish slaw, which is Korean, and kimchi. Everybody knows kimchi. Samjang is like a Korean version of ranch. The lettuce wrap, rice, piece of bulgogi, and radish slaw, and samjang. Wrap it up. It's like heaven.
When you come to Pickin' Out, our barbecue is way different than everybody else's. Everybody else in Alabama uses the oak and the hickory wood and those kind of things. We don't do that. We use the fruit woods, and that's gonna give you a sweeter, smokier flavor. We have pulled pork, we've got pulled beef brisket, we've got turkey, that's year round. We've got chicken wings, half chickens, quarter chickens, pulled chicken, and then we also got ribs. We got spare ribs. We've got multiple southern dishes. We've got the green beans, we've got baked beans, we've got both kinds of coleslaw. You've got vinegar coleslaw and mayonnaise coleslaw that we offer. And then also you got the homemade potato salad. All of our sides are made right here in-house. Everybody loves loaded potato when you come to a barbecue restaurant. Let's just put it this way, it's not leaving this kitchen unless it weighs over a pound. Plenty of meat, plenty of cheese, plenty of butter, sour cream, sauce. It's loaded. And everybody loves banana pudding. We actually pre-make the pudding so that it gets chilled off before we add everything to it. Then we add the wafers, we add the bananas. The brownies are probably the sweetest brownies you'll ever have. They're always homemade in here. When they come out, we don't really look and see, oh, those are done. You gotta feel it. And once they feel like they're done, then they're done.
With the good food, really each single order I want to take care of with my love, kindness, appreciation. Every single moment I enjoy this business with my heart.
Barbecue is great for every meal, and that includes breakfast.
And this next location will have you coming back for more.
But if you're not careful, you may drive right past it. We're here at Boar Hog's Barbecue, and I'm standing here with Miss Becky, or also known as Miss Boar Hog. So tell me a little bit about Boar Hog's Barbecue.
Roger's cousin opened a barbecue restaurant in Scottsboro, and he went over there and helped him a couple days. And he just decided he wanted to do barbecue.
So one thing that I heard you guys have is breakfast.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about the breakfast.
Being at a truck stop, we have truckers come in all the time wanting pork in the morning. They don't know what time it is. So we warm it on the grill with butter and salt, put egg and cheese on a biscuit, and call it the Boar Hog. The Boar Hog loaded hash browns is kind of the same idea. We use the pork, hash browns, sauteed onions, tomatoes, jalapenos, egg over medium, gravy on top, and serve it with toast.
And look at that serving. That is so much food.
That's what you get.
So then tell me about transitioning into lunch and dinner. Tell me a little bit about your barbecue plates.
We don't skimp on anything. Roger says if you leave here hungry, it's your own fault. Our nachos, we cut and fry our own corn tortillas.
Oh, really?
So they're super fresh. And it's kind of like a play on the hash brown with the sauteed onions, tomatoes, jalapenos. Of course, plenty of pork or chicken, or we'll even do a little bit of both. You know, you can never go wrong with a barbecue sandwich.
Look how big that baked potato is.
They're massive. We put them on the smoker to bake them, so they get the smoky meat flavor inside the potato.
Oh, goodness.
And then we cut it open and pile it up with all the good stuff: butter, cheese, sour cream, bacon bits, and pork, chicken, or both.
And wings?
Yes, the smoked wings are extra large, so you get a lot of meat on a
Those
wing.
are really big wings.
And they are simply rubbed and smoked.
All right, so remember, you got to come out to Boerhaag's where you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And remember, every butt loves a rub.
And now we travel down the road to Mary's Pit Barbecue. I'm standing here with Abby Johnson with WAFF. We're going to talk a little bit about Mary's, the history, and some of the things that they serve.
Yeah, so Mary's Barbecue actually has a really long history. This is actually the 60th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
They opened up in 1956 and then they started serving barbecue in 1958.
So Abby, tell me a little bit about the menu.
The good thing about their menu is everything is homemade, so even their sauces are homemade. They have the sweet honey barbecue, and then they have the white barbecue sauce that is an icon to the south, and especially North Alabama.
Not spicy. Some of the other things they have pork, they have turkey.
Yeah, so they have a lot of different options. If maybe you're not a pulled pork person, they have turkey, they have chicken. They do have that rib sandwich that is to die for. So if you haven't tried that, make sure you get that here.
It's a really cool atmosphere. It's a really community-like feel out
really
here.
is.
We've met so many people out here today. Some of the people that we've met have been eating here since 1958.
Yeah,
The
so
recipe's been the same.
exactly. It's a very classic area, so they like to bring classic cars to the restaurant here.
Yeah.
And then they have picnic tables out here for you and your family. And it really has that backyard atmosphere.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, this has been a really cool trip. Let's go dig in.
Absolutely.
Have you ever been to Texas?
Yeah, and I found a place here in Huntsville that pairs Texas brisket with a little bit of Mexican flair.
And their plates will leave you wanting to travel straight to the border.
My husband and I started Fire and Spice. We lived in Texas at the time. We came back to Huntsville to start it, and we gave it the Tex-Mex theme. So we started as a food truck.
We ran the truck for about 2.5 years before we could get our restaurant, but that was always the end game, was to get a restaurant.
When we opened it up, we did everything ourselves. We put everything into it. You know, we're just very blessed that it worked out. We are Huntsville's first Tex-Mex smokehouse. You've never heard of a Tex-Mex smokehouse. What that means is we offer Texas barbecue, traditional sliced brisket, as well as Tex-Mex cuisine. So our tacos, our burritos, you can get a little bit of everything.
Tex-Mex is the fusion of Texas food and Mexican food coming together. So it's really half and half. So you have all the spices from Mexico that combine with the smoked meats, and that's what really makes Texas barbecue different. So we smoke our brisket for 12.5 to 13 hours. We use mesquite wood, and then we use a special rub. Our base is pecan coffee. And when people eat it, they kind of think it's coffee, but they're not really sure. The #1 seller would be our Santa Fe chicken tacos, which are very Southwestern style. It's smoked chicken, poblanos, onions, corn salsa, chipotle sauce. The most unique item we have is definitely the smoked bologna sandwich. We smoke the bologna twice. We cut it pretty thick and we throw it on the griddle and sear it, and then we top it with our homemade pimento cheese and spicy slaw, and it goes on top of Texas toast. When I go to a barbecue joint, a lot of times they either focus on the meats or the sides, so I wanted to make sure that we focus on both, because to me, barbecue has, half of it is the sides. So we wanted to make sure that everything was fresh, everything was made every day. You have to have potato salad if you're a smokehouse, a barbecue joint, but we wanted to do something a little different with it.
We wanted to do poblano potato salad to add that little Texan flair. It has a really nice bell pepper taste to it, but a little bit of a kick.
We have chips and salsa, we have chips and queso, chips and guac, because we wanted to make sure that the Tex-Mex side was represented. Fire and Spice, the truck, actually When we took it over, it was at Blue Pants Brewery in Madison. As soon as we got our liquor license in here, we went to them, to the brewmaster over there, and we asked them if they could do a specialty beer for us. It's called the Fire and Spice Lime Lager. So it's only made just for us, and you can only find it here.
So when the Texans come in here, Texans are proud. We are proud of the state. So when they come here and they try the food, they say, this is true Texan. This is Texas brisket. This reminds me of home, and I love getting that feedback.
I want South Huntsville to go, where should we go tonight, and just come here every time.
I hope that they have such a great experience when it comes to food and customer service that they're going to tell everyone, and then they're going to come back and be a loyal fan of Fire and Spice forever.
We've talked beef, pork, and chicken. Now, are you ready to dive into something a little different?
I think we're talking catfish, and if you want to snag a great bite, the best way to do it is by boat.
Well, it was started back in 1946 by my granddad and grandmother. During the war, my granddad went to Oak Ridge and worked. With what he made at Oak Ridge and my dad's savings, they started, and we've pretty much been here ever since. During those times, we only cooked 2 days a week, and it was almost a social event. Now then, we cook almost every day, and we still use all hardwood, no gas, no electric. You know, you hear a lot of people talk about pulled pork. We cut ours. It's more in chunks.
Basically, we just use a meat cleaver. Pretty simple, really. It's still very tender. It's just different.
If you get one of our large barbecue plates, there is a pile of meat on there, boy. We want you to leave full and satisfied. We do our own sauce, and it was basically a sauce from my great uncle. It's a vinegar-based sauce. We have basically done the same recipe since 1946. We do catfish also.
A lot of people come here just for the catfish. Our local newspaper does a best of the best contest every year, and they have 2 categories that we win every year, best barbecue and best catfish.
We just specialize in barbecue and catfish. That's our 2. We have other items, but those are the things that we want you to remember about Mud Creek.
The hush puppies were a recipe that my mother-in-law Nell had, and we carry a bowl of hush puppies to everyone when they come in to eat.
Through the week, of course, there's a lot of local people. But on the weekend, this is a happening place from Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama. We definitely are a family-filled place. We also like to think that we are in a very affordable family place, to where a guy can bring his wife and his kids and leave and still have something in your wallet, you know. And that's something I think my parents believed in, and that's another tradition that I would really like to take on. I do think of my granddad a lot, and every day I think we put a little pride in our work and carry on a family tradition.
Speaking of winning, Great Barbecue is like a great sports team.
It takes quality, quickness, and a formula for success.
And our next stop has turned barbecue into their own personal dynasty.
Well, my brother and I started out in 1978. I was 25 years old and he was 18, just getting out of high school. And we went to Pulaski, Tennessee with our first store. From 78 till about the year 1998. And then we took Jim Kelly on as our operating manager because we wanted to open more stores. And so today we have 12 stores, and we're standing in our new commissary, which is 2 years old now. And our idea was to get everything under one roof where I can control the quality, sanitation is better. Jim works the store side, tries to keep personnel and keep product and procedures in line because we preach consistency. That's why we're here at the commissary, because if I can oversee the quality and the consistency, I think that's the name of the game. So if you go from Decatur to Athens to Huntsville to Coleman, You know, we want you to be able to go in and have confidence that you're going to get a good meal at a good price. Some great competitors in this part of the country. North Alabama's just loaded with great barbecue. We've had a lot of older people tell us that they can't eat a lot of barbecue, it hurts their stomach and stuff. So we've tried to do a little mild barbecue, smoke on it, and that way also, if you've got a favorite sauce, which everybody has a favorite sauce, or they do one at home, you can take it home. The mild smoke flavor will not clash with your barbecue sauce. Sometimes a heavy smoke flavor will. We are real big on service. We initiated what we call a tickled pink standard. We try to hold our people to. We have your pork, we have a beef that we feel like is real good. A lot of people love our ham, and we also do turkey, and in some places we do chicken. Now, our big ham stuffed potatoes are probably our most popular item. Ribs are a real popular item. We do a dry smoked rib, and we like to say that they're cooked tender just to fall off the bone. We try to cater to families. We have a lot of package deals that you can put an inexpensive package deal together to feed sandwich and sides to your family, and we try to wait on you fast. Everybody's living a busy life. You know, people's going to the ball field, school. Sometimes I think, does anybody eat at home anymore? So we try really hard to keep our speed up. You know, our slogan is cook slow and serve fast, and that's what we try to do.
Stan Stinson has made pizza his passion. Now he's getting into the business of barbecue. Let's see how he's doing it. You have been in the food business for a while, but not barbecue. Tell us a little bit about how you got started. Tell us about the pizza business for a little bit.
So we started our wood-fired pizza business, Earth and Stone wood-fired pizza, 5 years ago with a mobile oven on the back of a truck, or back of a trailer, and we took it to farmers markets and breweries and established a presence here in the Huntsville area. And about 3 years ago, Yellowhammer opened up their brewery. They moved to a bigger location on Clinton at Campus 805. They asked us to come and open up with them. So we've been blowing and going for 3 years at Campus 805, serving wood-fired pizza.
There's a lot of barbecue places around here, Stan.
There are a lot of barbecue places, but there aren't a lot of great barbecue places. And I think the difference is the care and the quality of the meats, as well as the sides. You know, I'm fortunate that I've spent some time in Texas, so I've eaten some great brisket, and we're gonna add that as well. But we're gonna take it up a notch, and we'll grab some corned beef and smoke it and create some pastrami's, and do some whole rib roasts and smoke rib roast for sandwiches. So we're gonna do a little bit elevated barbecue, not just chicken and pork. Clyde was a well-loved puppy in Albertville, Alabama 5 years ago that stumbled into my backyard when I was making brisket, and he's never left. Got him shots, put a name tag on him, and he's been with us ever since.
So is the brisket Clyde's favorite?
It's absolutely his favorite, although he won't pass up any pork butt either.
When you open Clyde's, where can people go to find it?
It's going to be at 12181 County Line Road, just a little bit north of the public shopping center.
If you had to put one item on the menu, whether it be a certain barbecue or a certain side, what would those one or two items be?
I think the pork sandwich and the smoked mac and cheese.
So Stan, one of the things that I wanted to ask, I know at Earth and Stone, you make special ice cream available for dessert. Is that going to be available at Clyde's as well?
Yes, it will. We're known for our adult ice cream, or boozy ice cream. Because we're located in a brewery, I throw a little alcohol in some of the ice cream, and the bourbon butter pecan is just stupid good. It is phenomenal. So we're going to have all our ice cream lines over there as well.
Are you going to be doing a lot of the cooking over there?
I'm going to do most of the cooking initially, certainly.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Stan Stinson approved?
Absolutely.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed traveling through the Tennessee Valley Barbecue Trail.
If you want to learn more about any of these great locations, you'll find them on TennesseeValleyWeekend.com.